Welcome to my channel, Level Headed with Levi G. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and set the bell notification to all. Please also share this. Let's get into it.
Don't wait up, I've been working hard every day, living dreams for a pay stub, yeah, straight up. 5 years later, like I said, I would make it on my way up. It's all up, coming from the nation, made a foundation, true stuff, yeah, too tough. We ain't giving up on our dreams, everything is ahead of us. Stay true to your path, it's not where you start, it's all where you're at. It's where you end up when your back's to the mat. Do you cripple the flat or get up off your back? Deliver these facts to see them react. The stadium's packed, they all gonna snap. The motivated attract, the escalated attack, the frustrated hit back. Yeah, we move fast. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. It's automatic, I'm always getting after it. If you ain't working, I don't understand what's happening. There's not enough time just to be imagining. You gotta take some action towards practicing. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get out there. Make your own meaning, can't afford to have doubts. They'll interrupt here, man, I just wanna look out there. The crowd all screaming. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back in. Bear with me, my Facebook to open, so hold on here a minute. We'll be going over the press conference. Annabella, hello. Bling, hello. Hi, Chris. So nice to see you, Chris. WSRV3. Hi, Karen. Oops, that's what I want. Shoot. Bear with me. I'm getting the feed to come up here. Now. Oh, come on.
Over the years, people have asked me.
Bear with me for a second, people. I will have this coming up here in a second. All right.
They don't want to talk anymore because they got lawyers.
I can't answer that question.
Where are Leilani and Daniel right now? They are the parents and the boyfriend of this young boy, but we haven't seen them pleading to the public for help. Mm-hmm. Where are they right now?
I don't know where they are currently at this time. I do believe they've been staying at the residence, but I don't physically right now, as I'm talking to you, I don't know where they're
Do you know why it is that we have not seen them? They're not talking to us. They're not pleading to get their child back.
I don't have an answer for that.
There's an increase of activity in the area this morning. We saw Chatham County Fire, FBI at the house, a couple looked like unmarked police vehicles. Is there a reason for increased activity today after kind of a drop off at the house over the weekend?
As I stated earlier, we ran this morning.
I have a quick question for you, Chief. At this point
And
in
then
your
she has a
investigation, specifically, but in cases like this, so you exhaust your first search, and now you're back into researching some of those, you said targeted areas of the weekend. What happens next if no one's giving you tips, if there's no piece of evidence that changes this case? How long do you exhaust this, and then what do your investigators do after today?
Well, after today, I mean, I anticipate us working at least throughout. At some point, if I'm following your train of logic, that we may have to sit down and reevaluate where we're at. If we've exhausted everything that we think that we can do, if we ask ourselves that question and we think there's nothing else to do at this moment, then we can sit down and reevaluate. But we're a long ways away from that.
And just from the start of the process of the investigation, now going on to Monday, do you feel like you all have gotten further along in the process of coming to some sort of conclusion?
I do.
What makes you believe that?
I can't get into any specifics of the case.
I mean, this is exhausting. You can tell that you're tired. I mean, how you can...
Thank you. Thanks for that question. I appreciate that. They're tired, but they're determined, and I couldn't be any prouder of them. They have worked 18-hour days since last Wednesday morning, along with the FBI and everybody else. I mean, they are all hands on deck. They are committed. They are working hard to try to bring a resolution to this and find a little Quinton. But thank you for asking.
And to springboard off of that, that sounds like you're stating out here saying that you guys will find out.
I believe we will. I do.
Chief, you set up a tip, or your department set up a tip number over the weekend. Have y'all received any tips from it so far?
I believe we've received some, but we have to verify those. They're accurate, whether or not we can, follow up on any of that information. I don't have anything of substance. So, got one more question from you.
Actually, took the words right out of my mouth.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for asking about our detectives. I promise when we get something to report, we'll report it back out to you. Thank you so much.
Let me ask you just one more question. Has there been any contact with Quinton's biological father?
We have had contact with him, yes.
Is he at all, is he a suspect in this case? Clear?
He's not a suspect in this case.
Got it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that was fast. Let's see. I'm going to pop this off of the screen here real quick. I do want to show you guys. I can't believe that they named the biological father not as a suspect. That was kind of shocking. Give me 1 second here. This was while I was live earlier. I'm going to play Mr. Brett was out. Hold on here 1 second. And then I'm going to replay the conference here in a second too. New investigators are back at the home where Quinton Simon was last seen. You can hear the sound of a pump running. It's very clear they were draining the family's backyard pool. There are at least 11 police cars here. So let's turn the volume on. And if you don't follow him over on Twitter, you should follow him because he just did an update here. It says 40 FBI agents are assisting. We're going to go back through and watch this whole thing. I don't know. It doesn't look like they did anything here, but bear with me as I'm having problems with my Facebook opening. So just bear with me for a second. Let's try this. I'm going to see if I can get this to come up a different way here. Hold on. Bear with me. Let's go here. Hang tight. Well, my internet doesn't want to work. Let's see if I can bring it up this way. There, that worked. Now let's do this. All right. So hang in there. Just 1 second. One more second here. All right. We're going to play it from the beginning here.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. You guys do?
It's only 10 minutes.
As we continue our search for Quinton Simon, I want to update you on our aggressive find him. I want to assure everyone that we are continuing to use every investigative resource available for us to locate little Quinton. We conducted multiple interviews, executed multiple search warrants, and we've canvassed numerous specific geographic areas. The day Quinton was reported missing, we requested the assistance of the FBI. They responded immediately and have been on the scene with our officers since that time. Today, there are more than 40 FBI agents and personnel on the ground in Chatham County working with our department to find Quinton. This includes all agents assigned to the Savannah and Brunswick resident agencies and professional staff, agents from including members of the Child Abduction and Rapid Deployment Unit, and other subject matter experts. They have been continuously working with Chatham County Police Department for the last 5 days. We believe with the continued assistance of the FBI, we will have a resolution to this case. We understand that people far beyond Chatham County have become emotionally invested in the search for Quinton, and they want answers. We are committed to finding those answers, and we are committed to finding Quinton. With that said, I'll be happy to answer a few questions.
You know, this has been going on for about 5 days now, and I think everybody is kind of moving towards worst case scenarios. At what point, do you say that there's some criminal aspect to what's going on?
Yes, and that's a very good and that's a very fair question. We're looking at it multiple fronts, and one of it being a criminal investigation, as well as a missing child at this point. We don't have anything firm, so we can't say anything absolutely. But it is fair to say that our efforts and the cooperation with the FBI and them providing an abundance of to us, that we are looking at the criminal investigation aspect of it as well.
Chief, how are you looking at the criminal investigation? Like, what people are you looking into? Is it turning towards family members or?
Everybody is being looked at. Everybody is being interviewed. Everybody that had contact with Quinton in the most recent time of his disappearance is being looked at, is being interviewed. And that's an enormous amount of work, obviously, that takes, and we are continuing to do everything that we can do to gather evidence if it's there. We have to follow, obviously, an investigative process. We have to follow the law. We have to get search warrants. I know there's a lot of interest out there and probably some chatter of why haven't you done this and why haven't you done that? Well, we have a constitution to follow. We have the law to follow. Because we want to make sure we get it right. We want to make sure we do this as professionally and as expertly as we can. So if, and I say if, we have to prosecute anyone in this case, that we've done it right, that we don't lose evidence in an evidentiary hearing or anything like that. So continue to work diligently. We're going to work within the framework that we have to work in.
What are the updates in the areas being served? Where has it gone from, and where are you searching now?
Well, we went back today and researched the home in which he was last at. Trying to redouble our efforts and to kind of scrub, no pun intended, scrub the area and make sure that we didn't miss anything.
We saw FBI agents outside the home. What was the purpose of them being there?
They're there to help us. It's a Chatham County Police Department investigation. They are here in a support role, and I can't thank them enough. You don't bring 40 people, and some from all over the country, without an enormous amount of effort and expense. Those agents left their homes and left their families to come here and help Chatham County look for little Quinton, and I can't be any more appreciative of that.
Chief, we filed open records request for the 911 call. The body camera video from that initial response. It was denied today, and originally they said it was because this was a criminal investigation. County attorney kind of backtracked and didn't give us the law. You usually years of criminal investigation. Why don't you want that out there? Why don't you want the public to hear this mother call 911?
We have to protect the integrity of the investigation, and that's first and foremost. I certainly understand people's interest in this case, your interest in this case, and I can appreciate that. My responsibility and our responsibility is to do a professional investigation, that we don't do anything that impedes that we don't do anything that tarnishes the integrity of the investigation, and that's my sole responsibility for that.
Have any of the family members, are they still being cooperative, especially this mother, and have any of them told you that they don't want to talk anymore because they got lawyers?
I can't answer that question.
Chief, where are Leilani and Daniel right now? They are the parents and the boyfriend of this young boy, but we haven't seen them pleading to the public for help.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they right now?
I don't know where they are currently at this time. I do believe they've been staying at the residence, but I don't physically right now, as I'm talking to you, I don't know where they're at.
Do you know why it is that we have not seen them? They're not talking to us. They're not pleading to get their child back.
I don't have an answer for that.
There's From the start an of the increase of activity in the area this morning. We saw Chatham County Fire, FBI at the house, a couple of looks like unmarked police vehicles. Is there a reason for increased activity today after kind of a drop off, at least at the house over the weekend?
As I just stated earlier, we were searching that residence again this morning.
I have a quick question for you, Chief. At this point
And
in
then
your
she has a
investigation, I know you can't speak specifically, but in cases like this, so you exhaust your first search, and now you're back into researching some of those, you said, targeted areas over the weekend. What happens next if no one's giving you tips, if there's no piece of evidence that changes this case? How long do you exhaust this, and then what do your investigators do after today? Well,
after today, I anticipate us working at least throughout the week. At some point, if I'm following your train of logic, that we may have to sit down and reevaluate where we're at. If we've exhausted everything that we think that we can do, if we ask ourselves that question and we think there's nothing else for us to do at this moment, then we got to sit down and reevaluate. But we're a long ways away from that.
And just from the start of the investigation, now going on to Monday, do you feel like you have gotten further along in the process of coming to some sort of conclusion?
I do.
What makes you believe that, if you don't mind me asking?
I can't get any specifics of the case.
How you guys doing? This has got to be exhausting. You can tell that you look tired. How you investigators do in this case?
Thank you. Thanks for that question. I appreciate that. They're tired, but they're determined, and I couldn't be any prouder of them. They have worked 18-hour days since last Wednesday morning. Along with the FBI and everybody else. They are all hands on deck. They are committed. They are working hard to try to bring a resolution to this case and find little Quinton. But thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
Springboard off of that, that sounds like you're stating out here saying that you guys will find out.
I believe we will. I do.
Chief, you set up tip, or your department set up a tip number over the weekend. Have y'all received any tips from it so far?
I believe we've received some, but we have to verify those, they're accurate, whether or not we can, follow up on any of that information. I don't have anything of substance. So I got one more question from you.
Words right out my mouth.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for asking about detectives. And I promise when we get something to report, we'll report it back out to you. Thank you so much.
Let me ask you just one more question. Has there been any contact with biological father?
We have had contact with him, yes.
Is he at all, is he a suspect in this case? Has he been cleared?
He's not a suspect in this case.
Got it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And there we have it. So I got questions. I hope the pool drain had more updated drain. I now have questions. Anybody that wants to come up is welcome to come up and discuss this press conference. There's the link. I have questions. Interesting how he said that he is not a suspect. the biological father. 40 agents. That's new news to me that there's 40 agents that are helping, which is good news for Quinton. Wow. I just have a feeling, Lord, the questions just keep coming. Yeah, they do. Now I question the babysitter speaking out. Does that have effect on what the investigation is leaning towards? Looks to me like they're going the criminal route. That's just my beliefs, and that's my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys all think? Do you think that the investigations lead towards an criminal investigation? I mean, it's a shocker press conference. I'm just thinking off the top of my head here. Looks like they were cooperative with the police, and looks like they mentioned something about lawyers and stuff, and he didn't want to answer any more questions about that. They are dotting all their I's and crossing their T's. Interesting. This is interesting little piece here. Doesn't sound like they're looking for a missing child to me, Bling says. He kept going back to that in the previous ones from my previous live. And if you haven't watched my live, you should, because I said we need to go back to the facts of the case. And this chief is doing a very, very good job of bringing out the facts in this case. He keeps saying, I do, going back to the house to investigate when the house was not quarantined. Yeah. Yes, indeed. And I don't know. I mean, when you have a pool, you have chemicals to clean the pool. I don't know if those chemicals can help in a criminal investigation or not, but I don't know. It's something to look into. It's interesting that they went back out and draining the pool is what it seems like to me. I guess they're taking warrants and going back out there. That might be. I'm going to let you up, Kelly. Out there. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
I was watching the computer when I should have been looking at my phone. I wanted to explain the drain part of my comment about the drain.
Oh, drain the pool for the drain.
Well, because the reason is because I don't remember how many years ago it was. Being sucked down to the drain, that they made it to where every pool had to be a new updated drain. That's what my comment was. So I don't know, like kids would be swimming and get sucked down there. So that's what my comment was about.
I see, but that wouldn't have. Yeah.
Well,
Annabella says the pool was green. I haven't seen a shot of the pool, but I guess that would make sense that the pool was green. I mean, they're getting an eviction notice, so I don't know if they couldn't pay their bills or what's going on. Maybe if the pool is green, you wouldn't be able to see them down there. But I think being that little, he would have been come up to the top already. But you never know.
They're not probably taking care of the pool while the mom's away. I mean, especially out in the heat, you have to take care of a pool, or it'll grow algae so fast out in the heat.
Yeah. It's interesting. They named the biological father as not as a suspect.
Why do you find that interesting? He totally lives in another state.
Yeah, well, I just find it interesting because they don't normally do anything like that with any with anybody. They say that at this point in time, it's not a person of interest.
Right.
They don't just clear them as not a suspect. I mean, it doesn't mean you didn't drive there, and you know what I mean. I mean, they could probably
Yeah.
verify that, but
Right.
they usually don't do that in, especially in kids' disappearances.
Right. Right. I mean, they must have, concrete evidence of him being somewhere else, you know, like at work, like a full alibi, a really good alibi.
Yeah.
But
What about the trash was taken out earlier that morning? Yeah, I don't know. But then we saw it. So you weren't here earlier. You're probably sleeping still. But I was showing news, the News Nation stuff, and said how facts are important and going over everything. They were
yeah,
searching through the actual garbage cans that were there. I hope that footage that they used was actual footage out from the site and not footage from like FBI just searching through garbage.
yeah, I know. You do have to be really careful with the news. They'll splice in. Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
busted doing that before.
Well, I just
um,
wonder if it had been picked up that day or if it hadn't been. And by what the news made it look like is that it hadn't been picked up yet, but that
yeah.
doesn't mean that it wasn't.
Yeah, I remember seeing the footage of the FBI guy. He was like, he had like a golf cart or some kind of like utility kind of vehicle, and he was like, yeah, I saw that. And you know what? I'm glad you said that because I didn't even think about Then maybe their trash wasn't taken out that morning. You know? I mean, if you miss a trash day, I know at least if we do, we're screwed. Then you got to deal with it for another week.
Yeah.
I don't
Is
know.
that happening now? It just was kind of weird.
Yeah.
That they would show a clip like that. I did a little bit this morning about the grandmother's record and how it was ago. And a lot of things have changed. I don't know. It's interesting. They have actual 40 agents there. That's kind of a little bit unheard of. But that they came in pretty quickly.
I know 40 agents. Like, you know what I wonder is how many are actually out of, well, they have the GBI, but the GBI, they're not even using them. This is actual FBI, right? Like, I know they're
actual
connected somehow or not. I don't know. That stuff confuses me, but that's a lot. That's like everyone there, you know? But the pool draining thing, that's interesting. That the pool being draining, I'm trying to understand. You could see in there. That's the only thing I could have thought of is that I don't know. It's so horrific. Like it's so hard to even. I shouldn't have come up and even brought it up.
No, you can. That's the whole point of this is thoughts
No,
about that press conference. It seems to me they're turning it into a criminal investigation. So
right,
by the way that he was acting and the way that they're going back and searching back at the residence, problem being is they know more than what we do. And if maybe they found him already and are just tying the pieces together, but I don't
right.
know as a police officer, if they have found him already, does that mean that, that they would have to tell the public if they actually found him, or they could keep that quiet until after they perform their, whatchamacallit, after they
Right.
perform their actual investigation.
Yeah. Something's causing them to. Hey, Sluggy. um, something is causing them to. Well, it's so hard to guess because you don't know what they know, but you have to assume they know a heck of a lot more than we do, and we just found out some pretty crazy stuff. So, I don't know, but there's something like they keep going back to that house, and that's what's
Well,
weird.
my other thing is that this, so What draws this babysitter to come out and do an interview with social media like the day it happened? Like
Right.
it just doesn't add up to me why you would take a phone call from a social media person like the exact day that it happened. Like uh, I'm
Yeah.
thrown off by it. It's kind of a little sketchy to me.
You know
And
what? It that way, but somebody else said that. I heard someone else say that, and I started thinking about it. And now you're saying that, and now I'm kind of tilting my head, like, huh? You know?
well,
Like,
it just you don't see it in other cases.
I know. Yeah,
And
it's like,
it's like that they know way more and they're not telling us, but why did she feel that she had to run to social media with it? And then why did she have to go and do a live on her own channel? What's her gain by doing what she was doing? Um, and
I,
maybe it's out of the goodness of her heart. I don't know. We don't know her. We don't
right.
know. Well, all we know is what we can look up on them, and that doesn't define their character.
That's
So
right.
um I don't know. Those are questions I have. And
Right. Well,
it's just really weird. Go ahead.
no, it's unfortunate when there is a good person who is going to get raked over the coals, but they're involved involuntarily in a missing persons case. But it's just kind of, the luck of the draw. And unfortunately, people are going to look at her because she's a sitter. But I think she, I think she did all that because she seemed to be really hurt by the comments about her being just a babysitter. Um, I mean, but she was though. I
No,
mean,
but I think she lived in the neighborhood, right?
yeah, yeah,
I think I just my personal opinion on this is that was like the grandma's like person to keep an eye on those kids while the grandmother was out of town for work.
right,
I'm just thinking in my head, like logically, like why is she so devastated? Like it was like she was the person that always went to check to make sure that the kids were okay. She lived right there on the block. It was
yeah.
like she was like their guardian that didn't live there, but like their guardian kind of. And I think she's like that would explain why didn't the grandmother call her like that morning, or she called the grandmother right away when
Well,
they told her not to come babysit.
yeah, the grandma didn't even know this was going on. She was told
So
by the babysitter.
the babysitter, quote unquote, her neighbor, never called the grandmother when was told not to. I wish I could interview the babysitter, but I have a feeling now that police stepped in, and that's why her video went down, and we probably won't hear anything else from her.
I mean, I think just everything's so bizarre because she was so like, I think, okay, just being a mom, and I dearly love children. Um, oh my gosh, like if I was a babysitter, I would take it so seriously because that's somebody else's child. But I think what happened was, if I had to guess, she saw these kids being uncared for, and the grandma has to work out of town for lengthy times, and she just kind of like, like somebody's got to care for them, and I think she just got attached very quickly, and just was like, fine, nobody else wants to care for them, I will, kind of thing. But her statement, so she really defended Danny, saying that he had really stepped it up the last few weeks, but she also said that when she asked to come inside to help to look, that he gave her the most coldest stare ever. So I think she was being used big time, like really taken advantage of severely. I don't know if she wants to realize that yet, but I mean, really bad, you know?
Well, that might be why she came out and was speaking so quickly,
Right.
because she's known it the whole time that she was being taken advantage of. Like uh, when the grandma would go out of town, it was like nobody else was there to watch over those kids, meaning to
Right.
make sure that everything was fine. So she,
Yep.
at the same time, felt guilty because maybe she should have checked in the night before, or we don't know that relationship really well. All we can go by
Right.
is what she says. And
Well, I think the family was getting way too comfortable with her caring. Just because she steps in a lot doesn't mean it's her responsibility to. You see what Annabelle wrote?
yeah, I see that. I put it up on the screen. Anything that can be used against her. She sought legal representation as of this morning. Well, she should have. When you go and you do, like, I don't know what her intent or her purpose was of the live that she did, when she claimed that there was physical physical marks on a child, and then after the fact deems it necessary to tell everybody that. But that shouldn't have been told to the public. That should have been told to the police and not done a live about it.
Good point. Good
And
point.
she probably got herself into some legal troubles by what she came out and said. And I'd imagine that after normally police are watching these lives, and especially when it's somebody that close that could be quote unquote a suspect or not, goes and does a live like that, but didn't tell any of that to police. I don't know. There's got to be a reason that video came down and that nothing else is coming down. And I feel bad for her because I think all she wanted to do was get the truth out, and it kind of was backfiring on her.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure she told the police that morning or before she made that live. I'm sure she'd already informed. I mean, I'm sure she had been like completely like questioned. But that is like, it was kind of too late. Like that should have been reported before. So I just think that the family just took advantage of her, and it shouldn't all fall on her. I don't care if she's a sitter and steps in 75% of the time. It's still ultimately their responsibility. Everything is. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the other side. Here's the other side of it. How do we know that she hasn't called CPS on it? And how do we know that that wasn't the claims that the grandmother took custody? She could have already made all these claims and is just letting the public know, and just never said that she turned any of it in. I didn't watch it that closely. You would know better than me because I didn't watch that live. Are you under the assumption that maybe she did turn it in, and that's why the parents lost custody?
No, I don't think. I don't. I mean, that wouldn't be my guess at all. I think that the mom was kind of just a love-hate thing. You know, you love your children no matter what they do. But I think she was just at her fill. She had just had about enough of everything going on in that home, you know? And what I think that, no, I don't think so. Because she acted like she knew that the mom had custody, but the mom never explained why. That's what she said. No, the grandmother, Billy, never told her why she had custody of those kids. She acted like she had no clue. So, and the belt mark on the neck, and I think there was somewhere else on his body, his leg, I think, that was not even, that happened just like a couple days before this. That was like super recent. So I don't think she had even, because I remember going over with Sluggy a calendar of the days that she said that until he went missing. It was just a couple days. It wasn't enough time to, do a custody thing. It's just such a mess. But it's bizarre about they stopped the searching. I mean, the neighbors say that it was completely silent at that point, but then 40 FBI agents show up. So it's like, they're focused on that home. And they're not looking at locks, and now they're draining the pool. So something, to me, that would be the obvious thing would happen if he got out, I personally wouldn't have toddlers in a pool without a pool gate, or there's even covers that you can buy if you can't afford the gate. Like it's a cover with a lock, and it has an alarm system if it's touched. So
that house, I saw you were going through maps yesterday. That
Yeah.
house, when was the house on the market? Was
Yeah,
the house on the market at some point?
Yeah, they just bought it in 2020.
Was there an alarm system in there, or you couldn't tell by the pictures?
I didn't see anything. I thought maybe at one point I'd found it, but it was just a thermometer or whatever you call, like a, thermometer thing. Oh, is that what it's called? The air conditioner, heater, regulator thing. That's all. I mean,
The thermostat?
Yeah, that's it. TH had a TH word. But so the pictures, so they're about 2 years old. Yeah, they'd be 2 years old. I'm pretty sure like not a whole lot has changed, but there was pictures of Billy with Quinton sitting at the pool, and there was not a child gate. People don't like them because they look ugly and they're a pain, but they save lives, They could have had an alarm put on the door, anything. It just wasn't a really child-friendly type home, in my opinion.
I'm gonna see. Hold on here. You looked it up on Zillow?
Yeah, it's super. If you want to just do Zillow and then the address in your search bar, and it comes right up.
What was the name of the street again?
Buckhalter, one word.
Is it nice there?
I think they got a killer deal, personally. They're just short of an acre, and it's beautiful. For $219,000.
All right, Zillow. www.zillow. So I was saying, is it nice there where you are?
Oh, yeah, it's all right. Yeah. Kind of bummed. I'm always waiting for a storm.
Well, your guys' timeline is great. The only thing, and I'm just going to point this out because we didn't know. I went back to the thing, know that it was 9:39 is when the 911 call came in. The 9:42, but in the first press conference 9:39, it's only off by a couple of minutes.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know. I was saying earlier in my live earlier. So just because Broadcastify did it, I listened to the first one and nothing, but it's 9:50 and 13 minutes in, but that time can be off. There's no way to tell exact time. So this may be off because they do overlap the calls.
Right.
We do know that at 10:24, which could be added here, is when they asked for all agent or all available police units to go there. You apart my timeline right now. I'm joking. Yes, I'm picking apart your timeline.
Well, that's interesting about Sluggy saying that she saw a saltwater pump. I'm looking on the Zillow thing too. I want to see because you would think they would mention it. I know it's a whole different deal when it's a saltwater one.
I don't know. Hold on here.
Oh, so they've only lived there like a year and a half. Or almost 2 years. Let's see. That's interesting. They don't do the whole talking thing about it. Normally they're like, they use the real estate talk like luxurious and da 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 da. There's not like I'm not seeing a description.
Well, I did notice in the grandmother's in the grandmother's TikTok videos that a lot of them were taken in the back where the pool is underneath the awning. I did notice that.
Yeah, I think that was their hangout area. And I did find the overview. So it was sold as is.
And this is where the snipping tool works.
Oh, it says, listen to this. Features a large lot in-ground pool that needs a liner. So I wonder if they replaced it. A liner for an in-ground pool?
Yeah, so they still, even on an in-ground pool, they sometimes when they get cracks and stuff, they put liners if the water seeps out. Or it could be a plastic or a fiberglass pool that's in ground, and then you still put a liner.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
You're right. And they bring him over on a helicopter kind of thing, or not a helicopter.
Yes.
What am I? It's
well,
early.
in California, they probably do.
Yeah, I thought it's what I thought.
Here where I live, it's wide open, so usually they bring them in on a semi and then have this big machine that hooks up to it and takes it where it's got to go. But sometimes they use cranes here too, so you're not wrong.
Okay, thank you.
I want to zoom. I wanted to zoom in here. So, pontoon boat and a truck. So that's so even though it's an in-ground pool, that's like an above ground pool is what it looks like, or one of those fiberglass ones. So even though they dug the hole in the ground, it's at ground level. It's like 1 foot above ground level. So they dug it out in order to put it in there. I do want to remove this. Let's go back to here.
I'd be hanging out back there too. It's got shade. It's got ceiling fans.
Oh, see, so now this show's different. That's weird. So see in this picture, well, maybe it's just raised up here. In this picture, it shows in this one, I'll bring back up this picture that I zoomed in on.
Nana, you laughing at me?
So see how it has like the ridge here on this picture? There's like a ridge here, and then there's like a ladder on that side, kind of, or steps.
Let me look at my phone. My computer's blurry right now.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Well, I guess that's the same. It's just backwards, I guess. So it is an in-ground pool, but it is made out of cement, but there's probably a liner.
Right.
It's an older pool. You can see the liner here on this side.
Okay.
Yeah, so there is an alarm. So here, let me just take a screenshot of this. So this is gonna, I think even if it's not hooked up and you're not paying for it, I think it still detects the motion.
Wait, where do you see the alarm?
It's on the door here. Here, I'll show you in 1 second.
I do see like a
I'll bring it up so we can zoom in so you can see.
Okay.
So that's a motion sensor in the top right corner there.
Oh, okay. The white
So see this white thing right here on the door?
Yeah.
That's the so like if somebody opened up this door or was beating on the door, it would be like a shatterproof, which is also done on the windows as well.
Okay.
This over here is an actual this over here is an actual motion sensor in the corner here. So they even have an alarm, but this motion sensor, if there's motion in this room, that motion sensor will go off and sound the alarm.
I wonder how easy it would be to dismantle it, because it can get annoying.
I have a setting on mine that I could just push the button so that there's no sound.
Oh,
but
okay.
even if you don't pay for the service, it still makes a noise and it's still registered at the company. So
yeah, like we took off the one on our refrigerator because like if you leave the door open, it makes a really annoying noise. And so I know you can silence most of those things, almost everything, except for microwaves. See, in the kitchen picture you're showing right now.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know. So I'm on my phone and looking at my computer because it's bigger.
Yeah.
But there's more like the dining room, I guess. That's what I thought on the wall was the thermostat.
Yeah, that may be a thermostat, but I don't think so. I think that's the alarm. I think the thermostat's over. Not that one. Hold on there. That's a light switch, it looks like. I was thinking that was the thermostat there, but I thought I saw another picture with the thermostat in it.
Thermostat wouldn't be right next to the front door, would it?
Not typically. That looks like the light switch to turn on the light there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And that's another light switch there.
I am not with it today.
You just woke up. What do you mean?
Telling me to get my glasses on.
Oh, I'm not reading chat right now, by the way.
Well, Buggy's having fun making fun of me. That's okay. I'll get her back.
There's a lot of doors.
Yeah.
There's a phone or something up on the wall there. Yeah, this is interesting. It's a pretty big house.
Yeah.
What is this?
That must be the master, maybe.
I think that's the basement, right?
Or
maybe 2 bedrooms upstairs or something.
I believe I looked and there was no basement.
Yeah, I think that these are the 2 that go over up on the barn style top.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
All right, I'm going to take this down just for 1 second because I want to exit out of this, and I want to see. Never before seen property, central air, electric heating, 0.8 of an acre, 219,000. Oh, there is lots nearby homes.
Oh wait, really? I'm gonna look. Wait, can you go to that one picture by the pool? Like when you walk outside and you see the big 3 ceiling fans. Is that one large? It's like on a post with the light switch. Is that what you're talking about for the pool?
Hold on, I'm getting back to it here.
Okay.
Which, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So those bedrooms must be the ones up top up there in the last picture. You're not talking about this, right?
No. It's definitely the one with the pool, and it shows the outdoor patio. Not that one, but go one more, I think. Okay, stop. See next to the, yeah, that.
I think that's the light switch for the fans and lights, I think,
Okay.
out here. So a lot of our TikToks are made back here in this little thing right here. I
Right.
noticed that. But did you notice that there wasn't a lot of TikToks of there hasn't been a lot of TikToks of like the kids or Facebook posts of the kids like it looks like they're all from like a year ago.
I
Like
mean, yeah,
there's not a lot of updated ones.
right. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to bring that up right now so I can, you just have to kind of go through what, like the last week, and then you'll start seeing the regular type of posts that were there.
Okay, Karen.
Let me see.
Nice voice for sure. I know, and it's great, Sluggy. I love it. Nana, I love her so much.
Ah, Slug.
The liners will dry rot and crack. Some can rip. Yes, definitely. Thermostat.
Oh, they've
Where's
really,
the kids in the home?
they really walled in that one area. Okay, so on the back patio, they really walled it in with lattice and different things to make it like the children's got a jumping thing. She actually has a full video of that from 2 days ago. Huh.
There's a video from 2 days ago, or they updated a video from 2 days ago.
She put like an older video on. Yeah.
I think what sometimes when they get into tech media, and I think they all turned over their phones, which probably linked up to their social medias, and they probably opened it up for them. Sometimes some of that stuff gets taken down based off of the investigation. So on accident, not done on purpose. And
right.
Even like the babysitter's last video might have been asked to take it down and might have went in for evidence.
Yeah,
and
I knew that.
Since it would be evidence that they would not want it back up there to public.
Yeah.
It's just a sad case. I mean,
Yeah.
where do you go from here? Like, you always want to, like I always say, the family of a missing person, they're always victims until Ellie says that they're not. And based off of my logical thinking, is that press conference was really leaning towards a criminal investigation, and it's kind of sad that it happened that quickly.
I know.
It's good, but at the same time, I mean, the finding the boy is the key point here. And if they're going back and searching with 40 FBI agents and stuff, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they're calling in that many for a reason, and I like I think it was the chief said, they're tired, like they're not just going over there like, I don't want to say that. They're being worked hard. This is not like voluntary, they're they need them big time for something. I don't know what it would be. I mean, especially if all 40 went to that home. I'm not sure if that's what it was. I see what you mean though. Like I'm going through like the older posts on her Facebook and, well, you said TikTok, I think, but yeah, there's not a lot on the kids.
No, not a lot recent, because I think she was stationed. So if if you watch those TikToks, what I'm gathering from TikToks
Yeah.
is that maybe she was stationed in Chicago for a decent amount of time, because that looks
Yeah.
like the last place that she was working at. And that's just my opinion by observations. And
Yeah. Well, she's union. So, because I saw that somewhere on her Facebook. So if she's union, they're going to be like contract jobs. So, you know, you go where you're told to go, wherever it is. It's not like local jobs, you know. And I did see posts like, I really miss home. I really want to go home. So,
oh, here, check this out.
hmm.
Apparently, the other pump wasn't flowing fast enough. A fire engine is here now and sucking the water out of the pool and flowing it out the master stream. Here, we'll watch it real quick. That's interesting.
Wow. So you said the first pump wasn't.
He says, Brett says it. Brett, he's done an amazing job. If you guys don't follow him over on Twitter, you should go follow him. He says, apparently the other pump wasn't flowing fast enough. A fire engine is here now, sucking the water out of the pool and flowing it out the master stream, which what he's saying is they're sucking it out and not putting it into the tank. It's just coming into the tank and they're letting all the water out onto the ground.
Wow.
That's a pretty big pool. There's probably, I'm just going to guess here, because I used to have a pool, and my pool was 5 foot deep on one end, but it was 18 by 36. So it was like 10,000 gallons or more of water. So
Yeah.
that pool, if it's deep, which I don't know, I can't tell by the pictures, but there could be like 20,000 gallons of water in that pool. We don't know how deep it is. So that's a lot of water to pump out.
So
reference. They messed up this morning too. I don't know if you saw this.
No.
They tried to FOIA the 911 call and the officer's arrival on his body camera, and they took the pursuant to Georgia Code Section 5018-72. I'll read the last one because they corrected it. So all they did is took the code and put it in there.
Yeah.
They put it. The information you have requested is exempt from production. Like they don't need to produce it for you due to the ongoing criminal prosecution and investigation. Should you have any questions, feel free to contact this office. But I think they just took and copied what the code was. But that was released this morning, and then they backtracked this morning and took that out and put you have requested is exempt from production due to an ongoing law enforcement investigation. But all they did is just took and copied the code. The reason why they wouldn't give the FOIA go through.
They won't even say who called 911, huh?
I don't know. Maybe in that first interview though, or the first press conference. I'd have to go back and look. There was a 911 call done at 9:39, but I'd have to go back and look to see if it said that the mother called or not.
Yeah, because the way I heard it, it could have been from anyone. The way it was like, mom found the door open, so it's just being info relayed.
Well,
so.
in my I guess that's true, because in my dispatch call it says that the mom called, I believe.
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to re-listen.
I think so. I think that's in the newest one that I posted on the dispatch. I have just so people understand. I have 2 dispatch calls there. I thought it was important for the comments to stay in the one. The one was only 9 minutes of the dispatch, and I thought it was the whole 37 minutes or 32 minutes. But I redid it last night at like midnight, and that one is the one that you want to go listen to, because more towards the end is where it gives like the description of the clothes. But that wasn't done until after the initial police officers responded to the home, and at 9:24 they I believe that either I think they called in to dispatch so that they could put out the alert to other vehicles to respond.
Oh,
Unless they had a description of the clothing. At 9:24 was when
okay.
that happened.
All
So I
right.
think it's important to you guys should add that, or Sluggy should add that to her timeline.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. Okay.
I just want to refresh here. Yeah, that was 6 minutes ago. And this was this morning. You could hear it pumping out, and then all the police cars in the driveway. So there's another better picture.
So Danny's mom is friends with Leilani and Billy Joe
Okay.
on the Facebook. And I saw on another channel, I don't know if I'm like supposed to mention it or not, but a certain creator actually was the one that had to tell, she said, Danny's mom, that Quinton was even missing. So it's like Leilani and Danny didn't even like tell his own mother what was going on. Like, I don't know. That's weird. It's
This is Chatham 7 Alpha 2 7 Alpha 1 County West Sergeant. We have a signal 56 535 Road 535 off the road. Complaint of us. Her 1-year-old son is missing. She woke up, her door was open. Advising he's unable to open the door. Things came in and took him. It's gonna be a 10 skin.
So that was the first one that I thought was at 10:30. But that would is Leilani and her son. The complainant is Leilani. So what that's saying in dispatch is that Leilani is the one that called the 911.
okay. Well, that's good.
Based off of what dispatcher said. Doesn't mean that she actually did. Maybe somebody else called and they were saying that we do know that there's other people living at the house, and it's just interesting that there wasn't more there, you know.
Yeah. I mean, like, when was the brother woken up? Because we know he was there. Like, when was he woken up? Or was he? I mean, it's like that all this went down so quietly, and that's what I don't like. Sluggy, what are you talking about? 3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I don't know what she was talking about.
What did she say? This one?
Nope. Like, up a little bit, she said, didn't she say 3 weeks?
I feel bad that the babysitter, she seems those kids. Didn't she say 3 weeks, Kelly? I don't know what that means.
Oh, maybe mom was gone. I'm sorry, not the.
Everyone is still a suspect except Biodad. The babysitter has a pass, but I don't think she has anything to do with it. A lot of the windows, I like it pretty. They bought it, I believe. I was wondering if they made an apartment above. Oh, sorry, I missed all of your. Grandma says 3 weeks she's been gone for work. Yeah, I believe based off of her TikTok, I believe that she was in Chicago, but I could be wrong.
No, I did see an Illinois job somewhere.
Well, the one is she was downtown at if I look back at the picture, I could tell you what building it was. They're working on a high rise right now down there. They're working on several, but I mean they show those on the news here all the time. But she got back there pretty quick, and that's she had to fly there, I think.
It said, so in one of her interviews where her husband's standing next to her, she said she got there at 3:30 in the morning, and then he was behind her, like separately, But yeah, so she must have taken the first flight home.
Yeah.
Or drive. I don't know. That'd be a long drive, but
that's a long drive.
Yeah.
Really, really long drive. Well, I guess she could have did it. I mean, I don't know. So that's a long drive when you have somebody that's missing. More than likely, she got on a plane.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard mom. I think they're responding to the calls. Yeah, it's just a sad thing. I mean, the nice thing is that the police are transparent. I mean, I still don't know why there wasn't an Amber Alert from the beginning, though.
I read the reason why. They said because there was no proof of abduction.
But I mean, what is proof of abduction?
I know.
A door open and a baby missing out of a playpen?
I know. I agree 100%. It doesn't make any sense.
Irregardless of what happened in this case, whether it's a criminal investigation or like something bad happened to the kid, there still should have been an Amber Alert, in my opinion.
I know. I agree.
I mean, who's to say? I mean, they could drain this pool and illuminate the whole place and find nothing.
Right.
So, I mean, there's still that possibility, and statistics will tell you that the times are changing. So when people, this is what angers me when I watch YouTubers and watch law enforcement when they speak on statistics, is because if you look at the statistics of gun violence, you look at the statistics of murders, you look at the statistics of kidnappings, abductions. If you look at all those, and what was working in the past is not what we're currently facing now in present time.
Right.
So you can pretty much, everything's changed like drastically in this world. Yeah. And I could just tell you now, I get statistics and you can only go by what was done in the past. But I mean, there are some, like, I don't know if it's a record high of missing kids that are out there or missing people, but there's a lot of crime these days. And statistics will show you that it wasn't like that before.
Yeah, it's weird too. Like, what trips me out is, so with all the CCTV, with all the video footage and stuff, and people being more and more aware about true crime and Amber Alerts and stuff, that people are still getting more and more brazen. Like, I cannot believe it. Nothing is I don't know. Nothing's like keeping people from doing things like this.
Well, I mean, here in Chicago, it's like the younger population doesn't care.
I know.
And
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that about everybody because I'm categorizing the younger population, but it's what do they like to say? They like to say YOLO. You only live once. So
Yeah.
they use that term very, very freely, but at the same time is it's like, even if there's a camera there, who cares? Even if there's
Yeah. Well,
500 witnesses, who cares? Please check your Facebook. I'm on my Facebook.
staff, and we know what that stands for. You know, they just don't. I mean, obviously, it doesn't apply to every single person out there, but it's a thing. It's definitely valid. You know.
They just drained the pool, and there were several officers' agents apparently taping or sealing the house. Savannah, you can come up. I think the link's still pinned to the top, right? Yeah. I don't know what you told me that. Oh, if you sent me a message on my, so I made just so everybody knows, I made a level-headed Facebook so that people could get in touch with me easier and find me easier. I knew they were going to say that. I didn't want to categorize all of them. And somebody said that the pool was green earlier, which very well could be. I mean, it only takes like 2 days of you not putting chemicals in it for it to turn green. It turns really quickly.
Yeah, you gotta
you know, I can't come up. I'll go. I was the babysitter. I posted 3 videos.
Oh wow.
We missed you at Seattle today. They had to call the fire department out to finish draining the pool. I joined your Facebook group. Yes, I know, Jules. Yes. I just posted some videos. One was the babysitter. She did a video. Was it one where she was saying about the abuse, Savannah, on the neck? Where is this? This is neighbor.
Jesse and Sluggish, knock it off.
I know, right? Yes, I missed you guys over there too, Jules. I'm glad that you came over here. Yeah, and if you guys aren't subbed to Crime Lines and Lies, I like going over there. I like having critical thinking, and it makes you use motor skills that you typically don't use, and common sense over there. She's a really good, how do you put it? I always say she has like the best like hypothetical questions, but they're not all based off of the facts surrounding a case or what she knows behind the scenes. And
she's like open-minded, but she's very direct. And I'm constantly like in the background going, yes, because like, you know, she brings up, you know, good stuff.
Yeah. I'm really impressed. Like, I like going over there on panel because you get a chance to voice your opinion on what is being talked about, and there's no judgment. Like, you could be way out in left field and way off, and she's going to take in what your opinion is and then give what hers is, and I like that.
That's cool. Yeah.
I just posted some videos. One of the babysitters, she did a video. Hold on here. That's like old people these days. Are the kids fighting?
Yes. No, they're totally
rolling and break out their Rolodex to get to us. She was live on Facebook, was trying to help. Savannah, when was she on Facebook? Like recently or like a couple days ago? Oh, there's a lot of stuff posted on my Facebook since I've been live. Missing Wednesday, last seen wearing Sesame Street shirt. I think I did that one.
Last night.
Last night? I'll have to look. I wish Savannah could come up here. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hence the name Savannah in quotations, Georgia. But if you haven't watched his channel, you should go over there to it. I'm sure that Savannah will be doing a live on this at some point with her thoughts, and definitely go to that. I'm not very good at this Facebook group stuff yet. Like, I don't understand when somebody posts something, like I don't see them for some reason. It doesn't give me notifications.
Well, now you know how I feel on Twitter.
Yeah. Sorry, just can't do panel. No, I know, Savannah. That's fine. The lady on panel is the only Kelly Thunder. Oh,
thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. May I ask who is on panel? Oh, yes, this is Kelly Thunder. This is my mother.
Wait, what did you say?
I said, this is my mother, the one that keeps me in check.
The mother with the Rolodex. Yep, that's me.
And anybody's welcome to come up here, Jules.
Yeah, other people come up.
Yeah, I would like to get your opinion. Yeah. I don't know. I think that they're putting a lot of resources into draining this pool and to researching this house. Nice to meet you. Just love him. Grandma Callie. Uh-oh. She's our mother, oh boy.
I don't have grandkids, but that's fine. I'm not finding any Facebook groups for him.
Well, there's a tab called, there's a search button. Type in Quinton Simon. Here, hold on. I'll show you. Okay, mother.
My gosh, everyone's picturing me in a rocking chair.
Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to add you. Leave your camera off. Hi.
Hello.
I demand and you appear. Wow.
Hi, Jules.
Hey, nice to meet you.
You too.
So what's up? What are y'all discussing?
We are discussing the Quinton Simon, the press conference. We watched the press conference. I went over the facts and all the other press conferences earlier in the live. I know that you like to research and dig in. So I talked about the grandmother's past a little bit earlier, which doesn't look like there's anything active in the last 11 years. which I was telling people don't judge her based off of 11 years ago. People change.
Right.
How old is y'all? Well, you
That's
don't want
right.
to know.
As a matter of fact, in November, I will be celebrating 11 years of being clean. So people do change.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean,
Yes,
I just
they
typed
do.
in
But
Quinton over here. And what do you mean, no groups?
What? Okay. Wait a minute. Did I lie again? Okay.
So when you go into the search bar, when you type it, go down to groups, and then they all populate.
Okay.
And one of them has 5.5 members.
Oh, I didn't take that second step. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Wow.
You're welcome. Jules, what's your take?
I'm sorry, you cut out on me.
I said, what's your take on this? You watched the press conference, I take it.
Yes, sir. I did. And no one has been ruled out except for the biological father.
Isn't that weird?
Yes. I mean, they didn't even rule out the babysitter.
That's true.
I didn't think of that. That's interesting.
No, they didn't.
I'm surprised that
And
he
I
actually
thought for
said
sure, you know.
Go ahead.
Let me see.
I was just going to say, I thought that, you know, for sure that since she had come out with the video that her name would be included in that, but no, it wasn't.
Well, but it wasn't also directly asked, though. I did notice he answered when directly asked. Like, I wish I was a reporter and watching all the social media stuff, because one of the questions I would have liked to ask, since we see it on social media, is when they were going through the garbage cans, was the garbage already picked up? Because it shows on the news media, it shows that there's still garbage there. But according to garbage pickup, the garbage has already been picked up. So were the news media showing that they were searching through garbage from somewhere else?
I think the footage of the news is from like the day after.
It's possible.
Because they said the trash runs at 7 o'clock.
Uh-huh. Like, I think I even have, let me pull that screenshot.
You can share your screen, Kelly. Are you on your computer?
Oh, it's a mess right now. You want to see it?
All right. That's fine.
I was doing a research last night, and I got to organize on my... So I have the sanitation schedule, and it says that everything should be out by 7 a.m. So
it doesn't mean they actually picked it up at 7 a.m.
See, for me,
it just means your trash should be out there by 7.
Yeah. For me, it does, because they come right when, but that could be, I'm like at the beginning of the route or something, you know, but,
Well, I guess that's a good question for Savannah. Savannah, living there locally, when your trash is supposed to be picked up, it comes like they pick it up that day, like at the same time every day, like they don't skip a beat unless if it's a holiday. Like she said with the virus that there's no telling anymore. And I think that's what she's saying is is
I
schedules
know
could be off.
that. I know that every Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock, my trash man is sitting right outside.
Right. Um,
Well, that's the other
So,
thing is that and news could have like taken a clip from some other search that they were doing where they found them searching the garbage, or that could have really been somebody's garbage. Maybe they took it out after the fact that the garbage already came.
could be. Um, I
and
know some people were saying, talking about the pool being green and stuff. That's not exactly a fact. That was suggested by people that maybe the pool was green and they couldn't see to the bottom. Because I've seen a picture of her and Quinton at the pool, Leilani and Quinton, and the water is very cloudy, but it's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Do you know what picture?
I've seen one with Billy Joe and Quentin, and I can't remember it being cloudy. I don't know. Let me see. Where was that picture anyway? It was on
I
their
mean, but the grandmothers. So
But
here,
I have,
I'm just going to throw this out there.
I have,
With the grandmother being gone for 3 weeks, there probably hasn't been chemicals put in the pool. I'm just from my
right.
like logical thinking or common sense is it probably wasn't maintained anymore, especially if she was in the process of evicting them back in September. They probably didn't care anymore.
Right.
I mean, I have a pool. You have to put chemicals in it 1 or 2 times a week, depending on how many people swim in it or how often it's used.
So you went missing on the 5th. 1, 2, 3. I'm surprised today's not marked it. Well, it's Columbus Day, right?
Today?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Yeah, because the Columbus Day parade's going on right now in Chicago.
Oh, you're right. And it's Indigenous Peoples Day.
It's Thanksgiving Day in Canada.
Today
Oh,
it is?
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, Canadians.
One thing the officer said at the news conference, oh crap, it just left my head. Wait a minute, I'll think of it again.
What about the criminal investigation?
Well, yeah, it's he did say criminal, or who thinks that something happened before 5 o'clock that morning?
Me.
Because I definitely do.
Yeah, I do for sure.
I mean, accidents do happen too. I mean, I was watching some of the TikToks, and he was in, or it was a Facebook post where he was in the little, like the little walker to help them get their legs strong to walk. And he was going all over the place with that thing. And they do have bumps and different stuff back there, and that it's not perfectly paved like the pictures that we showed earlier.
Right.
There is step ups and steps down. If the pool is shaded area, it will definitely turn quickly. It doesn't take much for a pool to go green with no chemicals and airflow. The banks are closed today. My hubby used to live on that road. What? Wow. How long ago was that? Savannah. Yeah, I just, this press conference really shocked me after he was keeping the integrity of the case for so long, and then he didn't want to respond if the parents had lawyers or anything. He avoided that question. So what that would tell me is that they probably do.
Yes. I was drawn to that same conclusion.
Yeah.
8 years.
I just can't believe, I don't understand. Can Billy, I mean, she could really be in trouble herself, the grandmother.
Oh yeah,
for leaving
and not being there.
For leaving those children with their mother, and
yeah,
for that amount of time.
I mean, that's just being practical, saying that. It's not even being judgy. It's just being what it is, you know?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
The front door or the back door was open. Well, that wasn't specified. It said that the door was open and the baby was in the playpen. And I showed a clip earlier of there was a playpen that's outside, which was put up by like dog gates. We don't know. Great question.
It's the bedroom door that they were talking about. But actually, yeah, that would make, you know, that wouldn't
Jules fell down.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
I was walking, I didn't see.
They need someone to step in because this is a hot mess. Yeah. I mean, it's also, wow, what a coincidence. So those papers for the eviction was done on September 8th. So that would be 30 days from there. It would be what, October? How many days are in September?
30.
30 days, but 8th. So 8 to 8 would be 30 days, right? So it would have been done. They would have had to be out on Saturday, this last Saturday.
That's weird.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting, right?
It is. It's something you can't like ignore. I don't like it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not going to say all my thoughts on that. You know what
Wow, that should be added to a timeline. It should, the September 8th thing, and
yeah, good
I
idea.
need to go back, and I don't know sometimes, so I need to go back to that news media. Here, I can bring it up and see if we can see, since we're doing this live here, just bear with me 1 second. Let me go back to Facebook for a second. Here's my Facebook. Let me take this down, get rid of the messages here. I'm going to go to videos, and I'm going to play this video on silent until
Homeland, the FBI has now joined urgent search for a missing toddler from southern Georgia. Officials are holding out hope of finding him.
I'll wait until they get to the part where I have the act documents up. See if we can. So this is where babysitter.
Good question, Summer.
Holler if you need me. Please are responding to a domestic call. The pics of the baby. Hold on here. See, that's an old picture there. They don't believe their daughter here is what they say. All right. So Human Service, Georgia Department of Human Services.
Oh.
Let's see if they. In the Superior Court of Chatham, civil action, default order for paternity and child support, date 10/5/2022 at 11:49 a.m. Reviewer.
What was the date?
Oh, that's probably when they time stamped it and somebody pulled the record, right? See this up here? Oh, you don't see it because I don't have it sharing my screen.
I was like, well, I'm reading what Annabella said. Yeah, where was the
They
new?
need someone just in a hot mess. Sorry, I had a call I needed to catch. Yeah, no problem. The link's pinned to the top. You're more than welcome up here anytime. Driving in my ears. What does she say here? The police responded to a domestic call. The pics of the baby with marks the day the grandmother went on her work trip. All of these things are imperative to the potential motive or mindset. 100% agree. If Quinton was in the playpen, where was the newborn sleeping? Another great question. The other video I tried sending you was the 911 call. Huh.
Wow.
He had belt marks on his neck. Good. Jules, I was thinking the same thing. Savina, text me and I'll send it to him. All right. So this is the document I was talking about here. So in the Superior Court of Chatham County, Georgia Human Services versus Juanito Quinton Simon, Wayne Wharton plaintiff, Leilani Simon defendant. Court having come before the court on the 21st day of September 2022, having been lawfully served and having not appeared, and the court receiving reviewed the pleadings, defendant shall notify the IVD agency, Human Services, obligation. So she didn't show up to court?
Leilani?
Well, it says the above and foregoing action having come before the court on the 21st day of September 2022, Leilani, defendant, having been lawfully served and having not appeared, and the court reviewed the pleadings. To me, that would say that's the case number. I don't know if civil action number. So it's a civil case. You could probably look it up.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read it to you?
Well, upper left-hand corner, this is a child support.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, somebody pulled this record at 11:49 a.m. on 10/5/2022, which is the day that he went missing, and in like an hour after the phone call.
An hour after the phone call. Wow.
Well, I mean, let's back up. So the 2 hours after, because they say that the call was at 9:39. So 2 hours and 10 minutes afterwards, somebody went and pulled records.
I wonder if it would record if law enforcement themselves pulled it, or would it just not, like if they have a code they can type into where it doesn't, you know what I mean?
That's a good question. I'm going to play just a little bit more and see if it.
Okay.
Just says grandmother has legal custody. Let me slow this down. And back it up just a little bit. Said tenant suffered tenant. All right. Personally appeared Billy Joe, plaintiff, who upon oath that she, an attorney at law, attorney in fact, the owner of the subject premises indicated above, and that the defendant is in possession of the tenant said premises in Chatham County of Affian declares under the penalty of perjury, defendant is or is not, plaintiff is unable to determine if the defendant is a member of the armed forces. The affidavit is executed pursuant to the Soldier State possession of premises. Said tenant fails to pay rent now due thereon, punished by said tenant is holding said premises over and beyond the term for which the same were rented or leased. Said tenant is a tenant at sufferance, tenant at will. Said tenant has violated the terms of the lease by not looking to be compensated, just want them to move out as quick as possible. Leilani Simon is my daughter, 22-year-old with her boyfriend and 3 kids. They have damaged my property, and at this point, no one is living in peace.
But earlier, one of the comments on the paperwork that you pulled up, it didn't.
Yeah, I could go back.
It didn't include the children like her statement did about wanting the kids out too.
Play this in slow-mo. Default order for paternity and child support. Let me go back. Oops, too far. I'm not quick enough today. All right. The parents are married. The name after the defendant is biological. Testing would not result in disposition. Defendant waive services appeared. If I can go back just like. Defendant was served. Those are all checked. Greater than 99% of the manner. Huh.
So did
I don't know. I don't think you can pull up these actual filed court documents to evict Quinton's mother and her boyfriend. So
it's possible it might take a little time, but I'm going to try to find that website that I initially got the documents from.
yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Let's take a look here. I want to go back to. No, that's
happening now.
That's the right one. We're going to go to, hold on here 1 second. 19 hours ago.
Investigators in Georgia are trying to find a missing toddler.
I just want to see if this, they show some court documents here too. This one. This is when they say that they can't trust their daughter. Past due rent of $74. So this was held September 8th at 11:05. Dispositionary warrant. The plaintiff desires and has demanded possession of said premises, and same has been refused by said defendant. The affidavit is made seeking that a warrant shall issued for the removal of said defendants together with defendant's property from said premises. Deputy clerk, public, Billy signed. So Billy was back there on September 8th. Which was a month ago.
I'm on the
fast. Cool.
right now. I actually made an account
on the what?
The court website, and there's a way to get these. It's kind of a hard website to navigate for myself, at least. 535. Yeah, so on 9/7 at 4:07, incident report was at 3:50. Oh, let me write that down. On 9/7 at 3:50.
On 9/7 at 15:50 is the stamp. And then incident time 15:50. And then there's the date. And then I don't know. I think that's a 16 something or 15:07 or something.
Okay.
Incident report. You want the case number?
Yes, please.
It is CC 220907023. Hobby, so I'm going to go keep up the good work at Level Headed and come back to see us. I'll be back here to see you soon. You too, Jules. Thank you for coming by. And yes, I'll be on panel over there soon.
All right. Thank you for the case number.
Police action tactics, reparation.
I have pulled up Billy Joe versus Leilani and Daniel. So I have that actually pulled up.
Okay.
You know what? If you want to give me a second, let me clear off my desktop. So
no, that's fine. So that you're not showing us all your work that you did today. Do investigators initiate that substance abuse was involved? No. Testimonials, permanent address. Were children involved? No. Was act committed with children present? Yes. unknown. Number of previous complaints and advised by victim is unknown. Is in Messenger. So there's that one. Here's the magistrate, George Court of Chatham County. There's a case number here too. That was for the dispossessionary warrant to kick them out.
All right. Let's see. I'm almost done.
You're fine. Let me just play a little bit more of this and see. Has a history of stealing from other. It says 16. It says date, and then so the incident date was 9/07 at 15:50, and to 9/07 16:07. You wrote those down, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Write those down and send those to me in Messenger, and then I will go check out Broadcastify and see if I can pull up the dispatch on that.
So the one I wrote down was 9/7 at 15:50, the incident report, and then the case number. Was there another one?
There was. Hold on here. There's another one that through Chatham. Hold on. There's a GA number on here. Okay. I think it's just the form. It's GA 0250-100.
GA 0250-100.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then here on this other report, there's a case number here. Okay. On the eviction. That is MG CV 22-10900. And that one has chathamcourts.org up at the top as a link.
Okay. All right. Got all that.
I want to see. I'm going to go out of here and then check my Messenger here real quick. Oh, and here, I'm just going to do this now because I actually send information back and forth with these individuals. So if you haven't joined, they call themselves True Crime Replay, TCR. If you haven't joined their Facebook, go join their Facebook. That's who has this video. As of on Facebook right now. They're called True Crime Replay. They do help a lot of victims of families of missing people. Does anyone know if the family has been brought down to the police headquarters and given a lie test? We don't know that yet. We do know that they were questioned. I don't know if they were given a lie detector test. It seems to me like by the testimony of because of the press conference, it seems to me like they've lawyered up is what it seems to me like. But I find that hard to believe too, because if they're being evicted, I don't know if they have money, but if they're being evicted, I don't know if their parents pay for lawyers or what's going on.
So, you know what? I did all that, and I have to grab a link onto my computer because I'm on my phone.
Oh, it's pinned at the top there.
Oh, okay.
If you mute when you go in or after you go in, you'll have to mute one of them.
Okay. Let's see.
There you are.
Okay.
Kelly, I muted you. You're going to have to mute one of them. All right, I'm going to, you want that as your picture or you want a different picture? All right, I'm going to add you.
Oh, okay, hold on.
I dropped you back down. We'll do, there. Can you hear me?
Okay.
You know what your picture is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
I just make it.
That lady?
No,
wait.
your avatar picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
So I need to present, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for the ruckus. God, horrible.
That's fine.
Okay.
Are you ready for me to share it?
Yeah,
okay.
I did.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna scooch that over so I can make this bigger. Is that readable?
It's fuzzy, but that's fine. Just read it. You don't have to like show the actual thing.
Okay, well, it says Billy Joe Howell versus Leilani Simon and Daniel Youngkin. The plaintiff, the defendants. So I pulled this up because I need help to, so the filing was on 9/8. We know that. Clerk's note 9/9. Filing tacked and mail 9/16. I don't know what I should click on. I'm clicking on the dispossessory. Is that the thing you were already reading?
Yes.
Oh, you already read that?
Yeah, but what's that other signature down there at the bottom? Like
the deputy clerk.
Oh, deputy
yeah, there's
clerk.
a deputy clerk. Yeah. And then the deputy clerk notary. So it's notarized on September 8th.
Is the timestamp today's timestamp on there, or what's the timestamp up on the top?
September 8th.
Okay.
Yep. Let's see. I'm trying to see if she wants the kids out on this specific document because I know that was written out. And I don't see that. She wants possession of her premises, no rent. Oh, she's asking for $74.60 in court costs. Sorry, it's really small. I'm struggling here. And rent accruing up to the date of judgment or vacancy. But I thought she didn't want anything.
No, the court cost was $74. She was making them pay for the court filing is what I was taking it because she had to go file papers.
Right.
I imagine she already paid it, but she was trying to get the money back.
Right. So I guess it's just a one-page document because nothing else is clickable. Yeah. I'm trying to see anything else. Tacked and mailed. Tacked and mailed. Oh, it's sent directly to Daniel. It's interesting. Not to Leilani. Huh.
Check next down there in the thing. Is there more than one document here?
No, it's not clickable.
No?
No. Notice of service on, and then it has to Daniel. Well, maybe you're only allowed
September what?
16th.
It's down there. September 16th. So he was served. What that is saying that he was served that day. So he answered the door and got served the papers.
Oh.
That is what that means.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that day he was home, he answered the door and he was served papers. So he knows as of the 16th that he was served the eviction notice.
Right. Okay. I'm not sure if I click on her name alert. So these are just if you want to pay, you could do an alert on her name. I guess there's nothing else really to click on. I mean, I will say that if you search her name, that's when you're going to get all the children's, what is it called? All
we can do this for a second. How about like that while you do what you're doing over there? I can still see it.
Okay. Looks like she abandoned a car. When was that?
You want me to show it again or not yet?
No, because that's old. Yeah, there's nothing really. I'm sorry. I thought there would be something more to see on here. Yeah, that just doesn't look like it. Text and documents. Hearings. So no hearings. Filings.
It's hard to come through. Oh, here's a good article. Thank you for sending this over. This is October 6, 2022. New information about the mother of the missing boy, Leilani Simon, the mom of 20-year-old Quinton Simon, was being evicted from the home, which we knew. The search for the little boy has spanned 32 hours. On Wednesday, officers from surrounding law enforcement agencies used horses, dogs, and drones to scour the area, but found nothing. FBI agents have also gotten involved. Just under a month ago, was filed for the papers, and just days after an argument at the home, Quinton's mom and boyfriend were told to leave following an argument reportedly about laundry. Wow.
Well, okay, so I did find something, but I'm trying to arrange it on my screen so you don't see her, the other little boy's name.
Well, it's fine. You don't have to show the proof. You can just read it. It's fine.
Okay, so it looks like child support. Let's see. Some of this stuff started happening back in the spring. Looks like sheriff's entry of service on April 28th. It was the children versus Leilani. That's weird. That was filed in January, April of this year. What would that be? Sheriff's entry of service. Let me click on that and see what that is about. Because there's a bunch of stuff on here. Personal service. Leilani. Oh, there's the document for that one. Okay, so in April 28th, 2022, she's the defendant. Something was settled on June 14th. What in the world? I mean, they use such terms. Petition settlement conference order. Okay, that's weird. And then it looked like a lot of stuff started happening around March and April. So talk about tensions building, you know. I'm just waiting for it to stop spitting. There we go. Clerk's note, dispossessory. That is a hard word. Dispossessory filed.
Dispossessionary.
No, well, okay, we'll go with that.
That's the remove them from the house.
Oh, okay. So I'll just tell you this. Everything starts on March 10th. There was a summons that she got for child support. And then the sheriff's entry, certificate of service, petition, certification, case filing form, default order, witness subpoena, rule Nisi, final disposition form, child support worksheet, order authorizing sale, auto abandonment, clerk's note, the D word, dispossessory, tacked in mail, clerk's note, SSSD. So some of this, I don't know. It's just a lot.
So it's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the original summons was March. So yeah. Yep.
I don't know if this guy was out there by himself, but it does say in this article, filed for the eviction. Leilani didn't want any troubles. So because she was on probation, just days later, Billy Howell, Quinton's grandmother, filed for the eviction in that notice. She said they damaged her property and no one is living in peace. Quinton's grandparents told WSAV they just want Leilani to tell the police the truth. Additionally, investigators pulled and downloaded records, possibly the phones of Quinton's mom and boyfriend, who their family said is still being held at the Chatham County Police. But this was a couple days, like the day after. Filed. They have horses, dogs, drones, FBI agents involved in the case. Boyfriend leave following an argument reported about laundry. Maybe the biggest piece is Quinton's mother. September. Told federal agents. Today, federal agents went through dumpsters and searched the woods and along the freeway in the neighborhood. But I don't know. That could be just from the news clippings that they saw.
Yeah.
You know? So let me see if I have anything else here. Interesting. I'll forward this to you.
Okay. So much going
It's
on.
the actual case corner. It's the actual child and family advocacy thing you can get into the actual cases. Seems like a good place to leave this.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming up here, giving your 2 cents. I know that you and Sluggy and Jesse have been digging in this case. I know there's a lot of true crime people out there digging into this case.
Yeah. Well, we're going to keep on going, and thank you for having me up.
You're welcome.
All right. I'll catch you all later. Bye, everybody. Bye, Level.
Bye. All right. That's going to wrap this up. I will be following this as let's just double check Twitter here real quick before I actually leave here. Just want to make sure there's not anything new that's going on there before I leave. Let's take a look at Twitter. Let's go back. Let's new tab. Oh, that's on that one. Let's go. Let's take a look here. What do we got? We got 1 hour ago. No new updates. If you're not following Brett, you should go follow him on Twitter as he's out on the scene. So that is all I got for you guys now. Not sure what that means. FBI are putting black tape around the windows. Will you be live again later? I enjoy listening while doing all the things. Probably not today. I got to go get my hair cut today. And I will probably be watching some other people. I've been busy doing fall decorations, and I have been listening. I think I found something very useful. You're welcome, Bling. Not sure what that means, putting black tape. Here, Black, I think I know where you're getting that from. Hold on here. Oh, you think you found the actual report? What's this? All right. Looks like, I'll wait 1 second here before I end this. Let's take a look here. Oh, you know what I will do? I'll record this so that we have it. Perfecto. All right. We're going to end that here. You want to watch the babysitter thing? Sluggy showed it on hers. Those are also good people over on Facebook. That link that I just provided will go directly to them to watch that interview. I will probably download it so that I have it. Hold on here 1 second. Somebody sent me something. Let me refresh this real quick. Yeah, keep digging, Savannah. And if blacking out the windows, would they be using luminol? I believe that's what they would be doing if they're blacking out the window, or black light, maybe. So, all right. Let's keep an eye on this one as they're still searching the property, and they're still checking out that whole property is still draining the pool and stuff. Definitely, we need to keep an eye on it. I'm going to take you to the song so that we can wind down a little bit. It's been a long day, and I know a lot of you liked my intro song. This case here is a prime example. If you see something, say something. The babysitter should have said something a long time ago. And even if it happened a couple of days ago, there should be an incident report. And you currently see kids out in public with bruises on them, you question. And as always, see something, say something. Welcome to my channel. My channel headed level-headed by Levi. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and set the bell notification to all. Please also share this. Let's get into it.
Don't wait up, I've been working hard every day, living dreams for a pay stub, yeah, straight up. 5 years later, like I said, I was naked on my way up. It's all up, coming from the nation, made a foundation, true stuff, yeah, too tough. We ain't giving up on our dreams, everything is ahead of us. Stay true to your path, it's not where you start, it's all where you're at. It's where you end up when your back's to the mat. Do you cripple the flat or get up off your back? Deliver these facts to see them react. The stadium's packed, they all gonna snap. The motivated attract, the escalated attack, the frustrated hit back. Yeah, we move fast. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. It's automatic, I'm always getting after it. If you ain't working, I don't understand what's happening. It's not enough time just to be imagining. You gotta take some action towards practicing. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get out there. Make your own meaning, can't afford to have doubts. They'll interrupt dreaming, I just wanna look out there. The crowd all screaming. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till